Hello, all of you. Here we begin with the fifth class for business restructuring. As said in every last four classes, and once again, this is a compulsory topic. I told you there are topics which would go in choice, but one is MAT and one is business restructuring, which surely comes in exam. So we have covered up already slum sale, all the problems. Yesterday, I gave very nice booster notes in my CMA inter class. I will ask the students to share that handwritten notes on how do we treat the step-by-step method for the slum sale and if the advance money is forfeited. Okay. So this is one thing I wanted to say. Next, what we have done in the second class is liquidation and deemed dividends, all the concepts, special emphasis ke saath ATM. ATM is started from last year. Before that, dividend was exempt because CDT, DDT, all concept was there, which is vanished now. So dividend is taxable. Deemed dividend, how it has got an impact on the liquidation that we have seen. When the company goes into liquidation, whatever comes for reserves, keep it as deemed dividend. And only remaining sale consideration you take and calculate the capital gain. Apart from this, what we have done last class is that if there is a conversion of business, you can convert proprietorship into partnership. You can convert partnership into company. You can convert private company into LLP. So like this different combinations, two partnership firms can merge. AB and CD partnership have merged. And now there are four partners, AB and CD. So like this, whenever there is conversion, for all these common points are whatever assets are transferred in conversion, all the capital assets which are transferred in conversion is exempt. Promise, all the assets and liabilities are transferred. They are transferred at book value. This side of the people should not take any other benefit other than receiving. For example, private companies converted into LLP. So private companies directors who are shareholders, they will become the partners in the same share. So if there are any reserves and surplus, can they distribute home before they convert? No. They should not get any other benefit. And for coming 5 years, 50% of the shareholding should be there with the old shareholders who are now partners. Plant and machinery and all what you get, you should use it for 5 years, and all these kind of conditions are there. Now, generally in your exam, one or two times when they ask the question, today we are going to do those questions is, suppose these conditions are satisfied initially, but within 2-3 years the conditions are broken. For example, we said that for 5 years old partners should not go, so all the old partners went off. Now it is like all new partners are only there. Okay. Or plant and machinery which you have got, you have sold it within 2 years. Or the ratio or old partners who are now shareholders, or old shareholders who are now LLP partners, they took the reserves home which they are not supposed to take for 5 years. So like this, if say third or fourth year the conditions are broken, what will happen? Whatever capital assets were transferred at book value, they were all exempt. They will become taxable. Now when capital asset becomes taxable, routine capital gain you tax. If they are shares and all, index ke saath le lo. If they are depreciable assets, take the WDV. In all this, one thing is very important. Whenever your current assets, your stock, data, cash is transferred from the old model to the restructured model, whatever profit comes, I'll give you running note for this, will be treated as business income. Are you clear? If you can recollect the very first class of the capital gain, did you all watch the revision videos for capital gain? Yesterday I could not take the class, so 11:30 to 1 kya kiye? Kya kiye? Huh? That is what is like, you need to hold on now. I'm every day saying no one will give up at this stage. CA final, CMA final आके थोड़ी छोड़ दोगे. So ma'am had some schedule, so I didn't take. Monday to Thursday we are taking. Instead of Thursday, I'm taking class on Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday is a continued holiday for you all for preparation for this Sunday's exam, that is MAT. So this revision video, if you see, in the definition of capital assets, stock in trade is not there. So if the companies are merging, my 70,000 stock is taken over by another company at 90,000. This 20,000 is business profit, which will be taxable for the transferor company only. Clear to all of you? How this is workable, we will do in today's class. But I hope a background I have given is clear. Last 3-4 classes, whatever we have taken, if you have any doubt, ask. Acha, what about depreciation? Depreciation is allowed proportionately based on the number of days. How many times assets I am holding, how many times assets they are holding, and so on. And except for demerger, in all the other cases, business loss of the old company, when it is getting absorbed or merged into LLP and all, it can be carried forward for fresh 8 years, business losses, unabsorbed depreciation for indefinite period. Okay. Only in case of demerger, that is splitting of company, suppose I have a business loss for 3 years. This is the point where I ended the last class. In case of demerger, I have business loss and 3 years are over. Now this loss is related to the unit which I have split and formed a separate company. So this loss is wholly transferred to the resulting new company, but only for remaining 5 years. 3 years are over, only for remaining 5 years. Suppose in case of splitting of the company, there are common losses. Then they will be carried forward by the demerged company, old company, and the resulting company in the ratio of the assets transferred. Is this clear to all of you? Right? Chalo, let us begin now today's class. Ask me any doubt. Last 10 minutes I have been revising everything. One second. No? Yeah, where we ended, there only I'm opening so that it's all clear. If the conditions are broken, how will you do? Yeah, please check. Is this the last problem in your notebook, dear students? Ye dekho. When all losses are directly related to the new undertaking. It's a very simple problem, but might be asked for 2-3 marks and scoring. See, the way I am teaching is 100% what is very important. I'll go very slow. What is fine with, we can understand with good speed. And some of the topics, even I would ask you to skip. Like in penalties, there are more than 50 penalties. Utne yaad nahi rehne wale hain. So 4 to 5 which are important, we will do, and remaining we will skip. You cannot learn the whole table of penalty, right? So this is what is our last class. Now let us begin here. Okay. If these conditions are not satisfied, look at the screen. Conversion of a private company into LLP. I told you many times they are asking you theory questions that if the companies are converted, what are the conditions? So what is the first conditions? All the assets and liabilities should be transferred. All assets and liabilities should be transferred. Shareholders should agree. Okay. All the shareholders before conversion become partners, and PSR ratio in the LLP same in which they are holding the shares. Shareholders of the company do not receive any consideration or benefit other than by way of shares. Okay. Aggregate of the PSR in the LLP shall not be less than 50% for the 5 years. I think last time I gave an example for this. Can you respond? Did you all write it? एक एग्जाम्पल लिखाया था कि मिला के 50% of shareholders should be their old one. New partners can come in. I made you write an example. The sale or the turnover of the gross receipts in the business. Okay. Business of the company in 3 previous year in which conversion took place does not exceed 60 lakhs. So last 3 years turnover should not exceed 60 lakhs. Total value of assets as appearing in the books of accounts in any of the three previous preceding year in which conversion took place does not exceed 5 crores. Clear? Huh? So total value of the assets as appearing in the books of the accounts of the company in any of the three preceding years should not exceed 5 crores. And no amount is paid directly to the partner out of the accumulated profits, at least for the coming 3 years. So within 3 years, if you transfer the reserves to the partner, or if the old partners are going, then conditions are not satisfied. Right. Chalo. What happens if you violate these conditions? The benefit shall be withdrawn, and the year in which this is violated, like 2018 we converted, but this violation happened in 20 to 23. So it will become taxable in 20 to 23, but indexation will be there only till 2018. I hope you all are getting, because that's the date of transfer. Who is liable to pay the tax? For all the exemptions available to companies, successor LLP. Company is converted into LLP, private company. तो company तो है नहीं. So on behalf of company, who will pay the tax? LLP. And for exemptions available to the shareholders, such shareholders. Benefit of indexation. Is it benefit of indexation? Is it available to the year when succession took place? Yes. So till the succession took place, benefit is available. So succession took place in 2018. So 2018 tak you will get the benefit. Cost of acquisition. What is the cost of acquisition of assets in the hand of LLP? What is cost in case of company? And if these are not satisfied, then see, if you don't violate the conditions, then what is the cost for company? Cost means the book value. Here also book value. But if you violate, then value at which such assets were transferred, that is the fair market value you will take, and you will calculate the profit. Are you clear? Period of holding starts afresh. So I told you losses and all you can carry forward afresh. Okay? Allocation of depreciation, it is same. 8 years you can carry forward the losses. So shall I start with this problem? Detail में ये सब आपको पढ़ाया था last class में. Balance sheet of Rahman Limited is given to you. Equity, share capital, reserves, land, building, plant and machinery, investments, current assets, all. So company converts into LLP as per the conditions given in 47 clause 13b. All the assets and liabilities are transferred. Further, it was also agreed that assets shall be transferred to the LLP at the market value. Market value pe do, but you will not calculate the profit and loss because it's all exempt. Total number of shareholders in the company. Okay. For each holding 25% shares. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे 4 shareholders are there. Same 4 will become now partners. Okay. On 10/12, the LLP has transferred land to Mr. Ahmad for consideration of 63 lakhs. Now, when did this happen? The company balance sheet is given converted into LLP, and within some time they have sold the land. They should have not sold the land. At least for 5 years you need to maintain all the assets. Now because this condition is broken, everything will become taxable. Are you getting? If these conditions are not violated except for the stock transfer, which is the business income, kuch bhi tax nahi hota tha, but now it will all become taxable. Clear? So let us do this sum and look at the screen. Land ke case mein you will do indexation. You all know or not? If the land holding period is more than 2 years, then indexation is done. Yes. And building and depreciable assets, you will calculate the capital gain at the WDV. whenever in the year in which they violate the conditions, that's the year it will become taxable. Yeah, what is taxable in the hands of the shareholder? 1 minute. Here, routine, all the taxes paid by LLP, because वो company तो close हो गई ना, private limited is तो close, so LLP will pay the tax. Problem number 12. Let us write all the rules first. पहले rules लिखते हैं. चलो, open your notebooks. Let us write rules. Any doubts you have, you can ask me. Conversion of private company into LLP. Private company into LLP. That's what we are solving the sum. You can write a note initially. If all conditions are satisfied, transfer of capital asset. If all conditions are satisfied, transfer of the capital asset is exempt from tax except stock in trade, which is taxable, except the stock in trade which is taxable as business income. Because stock in trade is not a capital asset. If my stock of 10 rupees you are taking at 12, 10 rupees is the business income for, if you want, I can give an example for this. Isko chhod ke baki all the capital asset will be exempt. Are you all following what you are writing? Example, stock in trade, rupees 12 transferred by a private company to BC LLP at rupees 20. Rupees 8 is business income of a private company. हो गया? Example is clear? You need not write example in the exam. ये problem के बीच में I am giving you some running notes. Till 3 years they should not withdraw 50%. You want me to dictate the conditions or आप book में से लिखोगे? Huh? So here they have violated the conditions. They have transferred the asset. है ना? In given problem 12, if conditions are violated, transfer of capital asset will become taxable in hands of LLP. Ma'am, but if conditions are violated, everything should be taxable in the hands of the transferor. But transferor is over, extinguished, khatam ho gaya private company. So successor company. If conditions are violated, the transfer of the capital asset will become taxable in the hands of the successor LLP. Please digest it minutely. One sum also, if you do it properly, it would be really, really helpful. Chalo, so we are doing for problem number 12. You have all the figures. Conditions are violated. Okay? Yeah. One more point, running point. I wanted you all to write third point. If conditions are not violated, transfer all assets and liabilities at book value, है ना, irrespective of FMV given. वहां पे दिए हैं FMV, फिर भी आप बुक वैल्यू पे ट्रांसफर करोगे. नेक्स्ट, if conditions are violated, calculate capital gain considering transfer value at FMV. Please let me know if the points what you are writing mindset is clear. If conditions are violated, then calculate the capital gain considering transfer value at the fair market value. ठीक है ना? चलो साथ में करते हैं problem number 12. Now first asset, look at the screen 1 minute. I will share with all of you the problem. ये देखो, land कितने में transfer की? 50 lakhs. So now it will be 50 lakhs. Whereas the cost acquired is 10 lakh. Building is transferred at 30 lakhs. Whereas the WDV is 13 lakhs. तो capital gain आएगा. Same for machinery investment. But land में indexation होगा. यहाँ पे indexation होगा. Depreciable assets पे नहीं होगा. Yeah. And they have not given anything about stock. Otherwise, we would have taken that also. So they are asking if the conditions are violated, how you are going to tax. Let us start the problem. If at the time of transfer only their conditions are violated, then who will pay the tax? Transferor, the private company. But if not afterwards, then the LLP. ठीक है, तो ये तो तभी देते समय ही ट्रांसफर हुआ है, तो let us take it as taxable. If conditions are violated, transfer of capital asset will become taxable in the hands of LLP later. अगर बाद में वायलेट हुए तो लेटर वर्ड ऐड करो. अभी तो नथिंग दे हैव गिवन, तो वी विल टेक इट इन द हैंड्स ऑफ द कंपनी ओनली. चलो, कंप्यूटेशन ऑफ कैपिटल गेन इन हैंड्स ऑफ रहमान P Limited. ठीक है, one by one we will write all. We can write in the column form or we can write एक के बाद एक. तो हम कॉलम में कर लेंगे, जल्दी जल्दी हो जाएगा. लैंड, बिल्डिंग, और क्या है, प्लांट एंड मशीनरी और इन्वेस्टमेंट्स. सेल कंसिडरेशन, लैंड 10 lakhs. Sorry, market value is 50 lakhs. Sale consideration less cost of acquisition 10 lakhs. When did you buy the land? 2008 and 9. And when did you transfer? 22, 23. 2008 and 9 index is given just below that problem, 137, and this is 331. So what was available in 137 is now 331. तो इंडेक्स कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्विजिशन 10 lakhs into 331 डिवाइड बाय 137 कितना आ रहा है देखो. फास्ट कैलकुलेशन, फास्टर देन मी. 137 में what was available has become 331. So 10 lakhs कितना? 10 lakhs into 331 divided by 137. Yes, 24 lakh 16,058. And what you get, you call it as capital gain. 25 lakhs 83,942, and this is long-term capital gain. Now comes building. Building का market value is 30 lakhs. But उसका तो हम cost नहीं लेंगे. For WDV assets, always we take depreciable assets WDV, and whatever profit you get on the sale of depreciable asset, even after 10 years, it is short-term capital gain or short-term capital loss. Because in block of asset, we don't charge depreciation asset wise, we charge block wise. So everything is short-term capital gain. Followed all of you, this taught to you in inter. बिल्डिंग की मार्केट वैल्यू है 30 lakhs और WDV है 13 lakhs, तो 17 lakhs will be the short term capital gain. Plant and machinery. Market value is 10 lakhs. 6 lakhs WDV. 4 lakh is the short term capital gain. Investments are acquired, that time the market value is 12 lakhs. अब here index cost of acquisition निकालेंगे. कैसे? कितने में खरीदे थे? 4 lakhs. What's the year of purchase? 2009 and 10. August 2009 and 10. And 22 and 23. 9 and 10 में क्या था? 148. 22 and 23 is 331. So 148 has become 331. This is how much? 4 lakh into 331 divided by 140. 894, 595. 3,05,405. That is the long-term capital gain. Long-term capital gain. Done? Suppose if this is violated after 2 years, then all this tax cannot be paid by Rahman Private Company because it's closed. So this will be paid then by the LLP. Yes. Easy. If the condition is violated, there would be no capital gain. But if it is not violated, then yes. When the LLP was converted into the partners, even the shareholders have transferred their shares back, correct? So that time capital gain was exempt for shareholders. Company तो बंद हो गई ना, liquidation. तो shareholders के हाथ में exempt था. क्यों? Because the company got converted into LLP. So now will it be taxable in the hands of the shareholders? Yes. So there are 4 shareholders. Read the third line. We finished with what is going to be the tax for the company. Now, there are total number of the shareholders, 4. Each holding 25% of the equity share capital. That is 2,50,000. है ना? 2,50,000 के शेयर्स एक एक के पास हैं. और कब से हैं? When did they acquire these shares? These shares they have acquired on the 1st of April 2003. So वहां से it will become taxable. ठीक है? In the hands of the shareholders. So what is the tax in the hands of the company? We have finished. Now we are doing the tax in the hands of the shareholders. 8 marks problem. This was taxability in the hands of the company. Now taxability in hands of each shareholder. Taxability in the hands of each shareholder. Particulars and amount. Right? For taxability in the hands of the shareholders, how much each shareholder has got the worth? We have to calculate first the net assets. Net assets of Rahman. Net assets of Rahman Private Company. Let us take it up. First one, land. Land which is taken over is 50 lakhs. Next is building. Market value, obviously. Shareholders को फायदा तभी होगा ना. Building. They said no in one of the line that all the assets are taken at the FMV. Building. Machinery. Just pick up the figures from the problem. 10 lakh. Investments. Current assets. Nothing given. Let us take the current assets at the book value. So what are the total assets? Shareholders का जो net worth में share है. Total assets are 109 lakhs less. Current liabilities में क्या क्या है? Oh, there are no current liabilities only. Nil. So net assets is same 109 lakh. Each shareholder will get 25% share. So 109 का 25%. 27 lakh 25,000. Out. See, we are saying to shareholders, there are 4 shareholders, take 1/4 each. So 27, 25 say take this shareholder. Now out of this net assets ka 1/4 we have to give to shareholder against his share capital and reserves. Now look at the screen, reserves are also there. Ye dekho. See, bye, we are closing the company. This assets belong to you. But whatever we are giving you at the market value, that is against the capital as well as against the reserves. So reserves के against कितना आ रहा है वो देख लो. 30 lakhs are the reserves. है ना? So against 30 lakhs, what the shareholder is getting, that you check. 30 lakhs into 25%. 7,50,000. Received against shares by shareholder. Shareholder को कितना मिल रहा है? 19,75,000. 19,75,000. अच्छा है, क्लियर है? चल. Now, what is the taxability for the shareholder? Capital gain for shareholder. Ma'am, you said it is exempt in the hands of the shareholder. Yes, then shareholders should have become partners and they should have kept quiet for 5 years. Until 3 years, don't take the reserves home. But then they have sold that same asset and they have violated the conditions. So capital gain is लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Taxable in hands of shareholders. Sale consideration. पहले ना sale consideration लेते हैं. How will you take the sales consideration? Same. 19 lakhs. 75,000. Index cost of acquisition. Each shareholder acquired 10 lakh ka 25%. 2,50,000 share. When did they acquire? 2003 and 4. 2022 and 23. 250. 2003 and 4, what is the index rates? Check. 109. 22, 23, it is 331. So what was available in 109 has become 331. 250 into 331 divide by 109. आ गया? 7,59,174. And whatever they get, this is called as long-term capital gain because the shares are held for more than 12 months. Private company है तो more than 2 years. $12,15,008. Yeah. Some of you are, I think, following, but you are not getting the flow. कि exam में किसके बाद क्या करना है? I'll tell you. This is the lengthiest problem wherein if there is violation, they will not ask you so much for 8 months. Out of this, either company or the shareholders. And now the LLP has transferred the land for 63 lakhs. वो भी ले लो. See, we have completed with tax liability for the company, tax liability for the shareholder. Now the tax liability for the LLP. Sale of what they have sold. Last line of the problem. Sale of the land. 63 lakhs. Land आई कितने में थी? Cost of acquisition would be the fair market value because we have paid the tax on the fair market value. So land we purchased in 50 lakhs. Okay. But we recorded at book value. Followed or not? See, we purchased at the fair market value. All the assets and liabilities, it was agreed that they shall be transferred to the LLP at the fair market value. But because assuming initially the conditions were satisfied and all the capital gain is exempt, we have taken at FMV, but we will record at the same. All assets and liabilities are transferred at book value. Okay, so 10 lakh we will take up. And now there is a short-term capital gain of 53 lakhs. That's all for this 8 marks problem. We took half an hour for this, but check if everything is clear. Some of you may be confused, ma'am, why didn't you take the cost of the land 50 lakhs? That is this line of the problem. 1 minute. Huh? Just read the question more carefully. See. Company converts into LLP. All the assets and liabilities are transferred. All assets were transferred at market value. But market value पे transfer हुए हैं, but for the purpose of satisfaction of the conditions of capital gain, we will continue recording at the book value. Then only it will be exempt. Now, if we have transferred it for 63 lakhs, we have got it for 50 lakhs or 10 lakhs? 10 lakhs. Then, ma'am, why did you take then the market value here up? There I took the market value because they violated the conditions. Then everything is going to be taxable at the market value. देखो, फिर से एक बार. First, what is the tax liability for company, dear students? Actually, there is no tax liability for the company. If all the conditions are satisfied, then for company, everything is exempt. But यहाँ पे we have tax, land and investment at indexation, building and plant and machinery at WDV in the hands of the company. Why we have tax like that in the hands of the company? Because company violated. So company should pay the tax. And if the violation is after closing of the company, then on that behalf, LLP should pay the tax. Now come to shareholder. Shareholder, you have transferred your shares into conversion. Promise you will be the shareholder as partner. You will not take benefit, then no problem. Otherwise, you have transferred your shares in the private company. Bilkul. It is like extinguishment of right. Very well capital gain लगेगा. तो यहाँ तो conditions violate हुई है ना shareholder की. So net assets divide by 1/4. So each shareholder's worth is how much? 19 lakh 75,000. Yes. But they have purchased the shares at 2,50,000 and so indexation करके we have calculated the capital gain for the shareholder. So shareholder को भी tax लगेगा, company को भी tax लगेगा. Now comes the tax liability for the LLP. LLP को कितना tax लगेगा? तो LLP को भी tax लगेगा because they have sold the land for 63 lakhs, which they have acquired for 10 lakhs, and short-term capital gain they have to pay. Clear? Acha, what about these reserves? Yeah, I wanted you all to write a note. Jahan bhi jagah. Each shareholder got sale consideration minus the index cost capital gain. ये जो 7,50,000 ना reserves which are given to shareholder. I will give you a note here. Note. Rupees 7,50,000 deemed dividend received will be taxable in hands of shareholders under income from other sources. Bilkul. That deemed dividend part is exactly what we did like in liquidation. Can you put the message all clear or not clear? Then I can go to the next type of the problem. If there is a violation, what you will do? पहले कुछ doubt है तो पूछो. If all clear. Clear? चलो. Sometimes, I am of course taking the problems of past exams and scanners, but these are some institutes materials problem. God knows they can ask you all this as it is, and very scoring this chapter is, but concept is not heard by you again and again. So we are doing all that in detail. Okay? Chalo, please scroll back and come to the last part of the conversion now. This all we have done, slum sale ho gaya hai. Conversion of proprietorship firm into the company. Okay. So this is another one. Same answer you have to write. If they ask in exam, write a short note. If a proprietorship firm or business or a partnership firm is converted into company, all the assets and liabilities are taken over. Proprietor holds not less than 50% of the voting power of 5 years. Like partners should hold 50% of the voting power for 5 years. Just now we saw in the last Rahman wala problem. Sole proprietor does not receive any other benefit except allotment of shares. So transfer must have taken place as a result of succession. All assets and liabilities are transferred. Whole consideration comes in the form of shares. 50% would agree. Lock-in period for the above shares is 5 years. Exemption is available for capital gain on the transfer of the capital asset and not on stock in trade. Therefore, if stock in trade is transferred, it will be taxable as business income. That's what I made you write the example. Now, suppose this is over. Sole proprietorship is converted into company. Now, suppose partnership firm is converted into company. तो मैम अभी जो प्रॉब्लम किया था वो क्या था? प्राइवेट कंपनी इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू एलएलपी. ये बहुत चल रहा है अभी प्रैक्टिकली, राइट? सो नाउ दिस टाइम if the partnership firm is converted into company, same, all the assets and liabilities must be taken over and all partners will become shareholders. Whole consideration should be paid by shares. 50% of the voting power should be there for 5 years. I told you, no, like ABC partners. This is partnership firm converted into company. So these three have become what? Shareholders. So can the new shareholder come in? Yes, ENF. But these three should hold at least 50% of the share capital in the partnership firm. If these provisions are, withdrawn, like if there's a violation of any of the conditions, then it will be taxable in the year in which conditions are violated by the successor company. Okay. And whatever indexations and all are there, that is only till the date of the transfer. Okay. Non-depreciable assets. Cost of acquisition shall be deemed to be the cost of the previous owner. Land and all, take it at the book value. Okay. Depreciation. Allocation of the depreciation based on number of days. Problem number 1. Allocation of depreciation between sole proprietor and sub jagah number of days ke hisab se you will allocate. Now some very simple problems I am taking up and actually they are based on your this what do you say, depreciation concept. So let us do with this problem number 8. Problem number 8 करते हैं. ABC converted itself into a company on March 2019. As on the date of balance sheet, firm was as under. Are you getting? Partnership firm is getting converted into company. All the partners will become shareholders and they will hold that share at least for 5 years. And whatever reserves they have, abhi yahan to nahi hai, but even if their reserves are there, they cannot distribute and finish off with that, right? Okay. So A, B, and C are the partners. Machinery, investment, stock, data, and all is given. Okay. The firm fulfill all the conditions and partners account are settled by issue of equity shares. Equity shares would be issued in the ratio of their capitals. However, on 1/4/2022, that is March 19 को की हुआ ये, all the partners transferred their shares. Isn't it a violation? At least 50% holding should be there for 5 years from the date of conversions. So 2019 से 5 years. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 तक होना था, पर ये तो क्या हो गया? 22 में all the partners. So in which year everything will become taxable? 22. But then indexation will be allowed only till 2019. Okay, right. Let us make it at 2018. Easy for us to take all the index rates. 2018, change it. still. So if the conditions are violated, this will be taxable. अब 18 में partnership firm तो खत्म हो गया. अब 22 में when this is violated, who will pay the tax? Company. Company will pay the tax. But please remember that indexation will be only till the 2018. March 18 means 17, 18 तक ही indexation होगा. Chalo, little. Again, this is like a violation. Ma'am, had there been no violation, what would be taxed? Nothing. Neither for the partners nor for the partnership firm, किसी को कोई tax नहीं लगता था. 8th problem. First, what kind of combinations we are doing? It is like conversion of partnership firm into company. Problem number 8. If all conditions are satisfied, the transfer will not be taxable in the hands of company. Partnership firm is converted into company, है ना? The partnership firm is converted into company if all the conditions are satisfied, all assets and liabilities, partners have become shareholders for 5 years. So then if all the conditions are satisfied, transfer will not be taxable in the hands of the company. It will be all exempt. Now, in the given case, from the conversion date, that is 31st March 2018, within 5 years. क्या हो गया within 5 years? All partners transferred their share. In the case from conversion date, that is March 18, within 5 years, all the partners, they transferred their share. So the condition is violated. Hence, transfer will become taxable in hands of successor. Who is the successor? Transfer will become taxable in hands of company in 22-23. Are you all writing? Please sun ke likho if my writing is not clear. This transfer is taxable in the hands of the company in 22-23, but indexation only till 2017-18. Why? That is date of conversion. जिस दिन conversion हो गया, asset चले गया, index नहीं. You know, my property is compulsorily acquired by government in 2018, but I got money in 22. I am paying capital gain in 22, but index will be allowed only till 18. Over and out. वैसे चलो, तो कंपनी के लिए ये टैक्सेबल होगा. And on see, they have also given all the values. Full value of conversion is given. This is 120, this is 250. Stock क्या करोगे? Stock of 70 is taken by 90. So this will be तो business income for partnership firm only. और बाकी डेटास और ये सब तो सेम है, तो उसमें कुछ भी टैक्स नहीं होगा. तो only 2 assets are there which are taxable. And please remember, if the assets taxable are depreciable, always take short-term capital gain without indexation. If they are land or investments long-term, take indexation. But indexation only till 2018. Okay? Right. Computation of income in hands of successor company. Particulars. सबसे पहले मशीनरी. सेल कंसिडरेशन कितना है? 120 लेस WDV. कॉस्ट ऑफ एक्विजिशन कितना है? 1 lakh. So what is the capital gain? 20,000. What is the nature of the capital gain? Short term capital. अच्छा है, क्लियर है. चलो आगे करते हैं. Is the screen sharing not visible? Can you please tell me? Yeah. Can you message me? Are you all able to see the screen? What I am writing? Machinery is taken over at 120, whereas the WDV is 1 lakh. All clear to all of you? Yes. Next, investment is taken over at 250. Now, investment is acquired in the year 2004 for 50,000. Index cost of acquisition 50,000 cup 2004 and 5. And now this is transferred in 2017 and 18. Take the index carefully. Next ही page पे 4-5 का है 113. 17-18 का है 272. Are you all with me? I am paying capital gain in 22-23 because they violated in this year, but indexation only till there. So now 50,000 into 272 divided by 113. $50,000 into 272 divided by 1,20,354. 129,646. This is long-term capital gain. चलिए साथ में क्लियर है. Same problem we did for private company to LLP. Now we are doing partnership firm to private company. If the rules have been violated, it will be taxable. Note we should write here, no? Within 5 years they have transferred, no? Check the date. That's why I've taken it as taxable. Yeah, for stock you can write a note. Stock transferred at 90,000. Cost of stock is 70,000. 20,000 is taxable as business income for partnership. ठीक है. Chalo. Give some response if the problems are clear or not. If there is no violation, partnership firm is converted here. In this problem, partnership firm is converted into company. All the partners have become the shareholders. So they should have not sold their shares for 5 years. Let the new shareholders come in, but 50% to aapke paas hona tha. All the shareholders transferred. So now whatever assets they have transferred, that will become taxable in the hands of the new company because partnership firm is so closed. But in case of stock in trade, because stock is not a capital asset, capital gain is exempt. Stock in trade, that time only if my stock is transferred to the company from partnership firm, 70,000 ka 90 mein, 20,000 is business income for that partnership firm only. Clear? All right, now we are moving to the easiest part. Everything is over for this chapter. Only depreciation related small problem. I think I already gave you the format of depreciation, no? Opening WDV, 1 second. I want to check because sometimes split depreciation problems are asked. एक बार ऊपर जाके आप भी देख लो. Long back when I started this proportionate wala concept. Yeah, I gave you the format. Yeah, here I am. Opening WDV plus purchases if used for more than 180 days, full depreciation. Otherwise, 50%. Minus the sale value. In the year of sale, no depreciation. And after the sale, whatever is the balance, yes. Right. So you get the closing WDV. And proportionately, whatever number of days it is used by the partnership firm, they will charge. Then the company, they will charge. Or private company converted into LLP, they will charge, and so on. Okay? Very nice problems we have done for amalgamation, for demerger. Yeah, finish writing, check which point you want to write. 8th problem we completed, 9, 10th, 11th. Very simple 5 minutes problem related to proportionate depreciation. And after the conversion, after taking over, if new asset is purchased, ma'am, who will bear the depreciation? Only these people, not the old ones. Clear? Sure. Stock related point is, listen, whenever there is a conversion, okay, in conversion, whatever assets are transferred from the old entity, be it private company to LLP or be it partnership firm to company, all the capital assets are transferred, maybe at market value, still it is exempt. But in case of stock transfer, stock is not a capital asset. Stock in trade is not a capital asset. It's exception. It's like my current assets. रोज खरीद के रोज सेल करते हैं, स्टॉक थोड़ी संभालने के लिए लेते हैं. So this stock in trade of 70,000, if I have transferred to the new entity at 90,000, this 20,000 is the capital gain for me here only. At the time of conversion only, the old entity will pay the tax. And that's why this will not be taxable. Okay? Right. See, someone has to pay the capital gain, but if it is stock in trade, this is not a capital asset. So stock in trade, if we give it to you at, see, mera 10 rupees ka item, if I'm giving at 12, my stock in trade, opening stock, closing stock, GP wala, it's my profit. I will only pay the tax on that. Simple. Chalo. Now, we are doing problems related to depreciation. 9th one. These are simpler ones, but MCQs or 2-3 marks small question they can ask. especially for the way I am bifurcating depreciation. So now nothing to explain, no concept. It's only calculations. If you can cooperate, we can do it a little fast. Raj Trading Company was converted into 1922. Before conversion, the sole proprietor had plant and machinery, जिसका WDV था 3 lakh. April May, new plant and machinery was purchased, full year's depreciation. After conversion, the company had purchased the same type of the plant. Conversion के बाद अगर कोई plant खरीदा, तो who will bear the depreciation? Company, because proprietorship को तो कोई लेना देना नहीं है ना. Proprietorship is converted into company on September 22, but they have purchased some asset in April. That proportionate depreciation we will take. Huh? But after conversion, if they have purchased the machinery, who will bear it? The new people. Yes. Compute the depreciation that would be allocated between the proprietorship concern and the company. ठीक है? Right? Who will bear how much depreciation? Let us check it. Ninth problem. I'll do it very simple. Acha, one thing. They have asked you just write the depreciation. तो depreciation लिख के छोड़ दो. मैम आपने तो पूरा फॉर्मेट सिखाया, ओपनिंग WDV, परचेज सेल. If you want, you make it, or you can skip it because they have not asked. So I'm going to skip it. Just I'll calculate the depreciation and that's enough for this. In the screen is giving trouble today. 1 second. 1 minute. I'll just close the file and open it again. Yes. Problem number 9 we are doing. Raj Trading Company converted on 1st September. Before the conversion, they had plant and machinery of 3 lakhs. Now, what date they convert? 1st September. So, ये देखो. Date of conversion. 1st September 2022. So, how many days you will take it here and there? Can you calculate in your calculator? Days for sole proprietorship and days for it is converted into company. Are you all with me? September 22 तक तो calculate करो ना. April plus May plus June plus July के 31, August के 31. How many days you all are getting? Put it in chat box fast. 153 days. Remaining all the days, who will charge? 212 days company. Now, there's a way. Either you can calculate one after the another, or you can do it in the column form in which I am doing. Particulars and depreciation for sole proprietorship and depreciation for the company. अब हम शुरू करेंगे ओपनिंग WDV. ओपनिंग WDV कितना था? 3 lakhs. And first day only they purchased. 1st April को they purchased 120. 420. Can I split like this? 420 into 153 divided by 365. 176,055. 176,055. Oh, sorry, what am I doing? नंबर ऑफ डेज फॉर 15% प्लांट एंड मशीनरी पे वो कौन करेगा? 15% नो ऑन 420 on 420 into 15% into 153 divided by 365. Now you are getting it correct. 26408. Are you all with me? Abhi next. 420 opening into 15% into 153 divided by 360. 153 is the first. Sorry. Here for the company, how much? 212 days. 420 into 15% into 212 divided by 365. 360, 36, 592. Easy? Answer me, is it easy or not? We have just split the depreciation. So this was the story of 1st April. Read. After the conversion, they purchased one machinery in January for 1,60,000. And now this is obviously going to be used only for the company. So on this machinery, no, the date it is transferred, from that date you will not take. Yeah, Krishna, your doubt is very genuine. Many students ask me. This was converted on 1st September. So 1st September onwards, the new version. Now you are a company. So 1st September you will not take. I took it till 31st August. I hope your doubt is clear. Chalo, abhi dekho, they have purchased one machinery here. 1,60,000 into 15%. Iska 50% why? Used for less than 180 days. You remember in income tax, if the asset is used for less than 180 days, then 50% depreciation, otherwise full. Ma'am, why you are not calculating 3 months depreciation? Income tax may depreciation is charged full or half. But after charging full and half, between the two entities, it is divided based on number of days. Clear? Chalo. So 160. It may be looking silly to some of you, पर हम क्या कर रहे हैं, पर इतने easy question अगर exam में आ जाए तो आना चाहिए ना. 1,60,000 into 15% into 50%. That's coming to 12,000. So now what is the total depreciation for the sole proprietorship? 26,408 and here 48,592. Or nice, clear. We can always do it in the table form. That is very easy. One more problem is there. Salman and Co. a proprietorship concern is converted into company with effect from November 22. WDV is given. So now with effect from November 29. तो 29th भी नहीं लोगे, 28th तक ही आप लोगे. Further, 15th October, Salman and company purchased a plant and machinery 1 lakh. Rate of depreciation is 15%. Oh, so अगर इसको 1510 को खरीदा है, so this will be like only half the year's depreciation. And that you have to split according to those many days. थोड़ा सा days calculation यहाँ से tricky आएगा. After conversion, company added 50,000. Oh, that's not a problem. 50,000 तो पूरे पूरा who will take? After the conversion कब हुआ था? नवंबर में. So 50,000 पे obviously you will charge 50% depreciation. That too in case of whom? Company. Okay. So they are asking you what is going to be the depreciation. For the proprietorship concern and for the limited company. 10th problem. You can do like this कि total depreciation what is taught to you in inter block of asset वो आप अलग से calculate कर लो और फिर करो. Allocation of depreciation 22, 23. So first we will allocate the depreciation for the sole proprietor. And then we'll allocate the depreciation for the Sitco Limited. ठीक है? And there are different assets, so we can do it. And this we have converted from 15th October. So if you want, write down 1st April to 14th of October. 15th of October to 31st March. Correct है सबको? So please calculate, pick up your calculators. 30 days of April plus 31 May plus 30 June plus July 31 plus August 31 plus September 30 plus October 40. How many days you are getting? Allocation of the depreciation. One second. Did I take the wrong date? Oh, this is November. ये तो उसका date है. Please change the date. The proprietorship is converted into company on November 29. So 28th 11 तक लेना है. And 29th 11 it got converted. देखो. Date, change it, read the problem and change the dates. Yeah. I hope the screen is clear. 1 second, it is getting disturbed. I don't know why. But now I hope it is clear. Number of days. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and 28 November. 242 days minus 365. So here 123 days. ठीक है? चलो आ जाओ. First, building 3,50,000 into 10%, 35,000. Fast, please do the calculation first. 35,000 into 242 divide by 365. 23,205 minus 35,000 remaining will be here. 11,795. After building, it is furniture. Furniture है आपका 50,000, 10% और 5,000. I want to drink water. Check करो आप लोग मेरे से फास्ट कर सकते हो. $5,000. Same. 5,000 into 242 divided by 365. Double 315 minus 5,000 1685. Okay. Now comes plant and machinery. पहले तो opening ले लेते हैं. Plant and machinery. Opening is 2 lakh. Further, there's a purchase. वो अलग लेंगे. Because उसका क्या होगा? Number of days change हो जाएगा. So 2 lakh plant and machinery 15% comes to how much? It is purchased on 15th of October, no? Right. So for that also actually full year's depreciation. Purchase is 1 lakh. So total depreciation will be 3 lakh into 15%. One second. Separately we will do. Because the purchases is on 15th October. If you purchase the asset on 15th October, it is used for less than 180 days. तो हम अलग अलग ही चार्ज करते हैं ना, बेटर है. 2 lakh पे 15%, 30,000 into 242 divided by 365. 1989 19890 10110. देखो करेक्ट है. 2 lakh पे 15% into 123 divided by 365. 10,110. Now this is used 1 lakh वाला है ना. It is purchased on 15th October. So it is used for less than 180 days. So 1 lakh into 15% का 50%. इतना ही depreciation होगा. 7,500. Are you all with me? Anyone in the class who's not getting us, please. The screen is getting blurred. I don't know what happened. Yeah, we were here. So 2 lakh to we have done. But 1 lakh is purchased in 15th October, used for less than 180 days. So depreciation will be only 7,500. Now how to allocate 7,500? Because here it is going to be used for how many days? यहाँ पे कितना यूज होगा? कब खरीदे थे? 15th October to when did you convert? 28th October. Are you all with me? 15th October को खरीदे ना? Yeah. And 28th November 11. बस उतने ही डेज यहाँ पे यूज होगा. 29/11 to 31st March. तो यहाँ यूज होगा. तब चेक करो, देखो. 15th October to 28th October, November. So how many days of October you will take? 16 plus 28 and plus 1, 45 days. 15th October to 31st October, dear students, take 15th also, take 31st. Are you getting? Otherwise 31st minus 50 number of days मैं आपके लिए detail में calculate कर रही हूँ. Ma'am, will they give all that? Yes, yes. You will take not 16, 17 days here plus 28 days here. Correct? Plus 28. That is 45 days. And here how many days you will take? 29th, 11th. So 29th and 30th. 2 days of November, December, January, February and March. Like this. 2 plus 31 plus 31 plus 28 plus 31. How much is it coming? 123. Can we split now? 123 plus 45. 168. Total days. total days is equal to 168 days ही यूज हुई थी. मैम देन व्हाई डिडंट यू कैलकुलेट? यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट्स गड़बड़ करते हैं. 1 lakh into 15% into 168 by 3. Depreciation is not calculated in days, full year or half year. Done. So 7,500 into 45 divided by 168. ये depreciation यहाँ का आ गया आपका 2009. And remaining depreciation here 5491. हो गया. Plant and machinery. Now after the conversion, plant and machinery was purchased सिर्फ company के लिए. So again I am writing plant purchased by company. कितने का खरीदे थे? 50,000 into 15%. And this is purchased after November. So obviously 50% depreciation. And this whole depreciation will come only for the company. Because partnership firm को तो कोई लेना देना ही नहीं है इससे. Yes? Right. नवंबर के 28 डेज ही आएंगे ना. 28 means 1 to 28. If you include also it is 28. It was 15th October to 31st, including 15th and 31st both. That's why we took 17 days. I hope it is clear. Now, main answer. Ma'am, so many complications. This is called as drilling. 20, इतना नहीं आएगा. 23,205 plus 3,315 plus 19,890 plus 2009. What's the total depreciation? Faster than me. Yes, 48,415. Chalo, this side 11795. Very good. 32,831. That's all. Take 2 minutes time now. Amir, all of you, देखो एक बार clear है या नहीं? Some. See, only you should remember your inter classes. If not, I am helping you to recollect. Either charge the depreciation for full year if it is used for less than 180 days. मतलब 3rd 4th October के बाद खरीदे तो you are using it for less than 180 days. So half the year's depreciation. बस उतना ही. ठीक है? And day wise it is splitted. Day wise depreciation is not calculated. Depreciation is calculated block wise, full year or half year. Day wise तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं? सिर्फ उसको split कर रहे हैं. चलो. Last one now in this row, 11th problem. 11th problem. पढ़ो एक बार. Smile is the fully owned subsidiary company of Happy Limited. So holding to subsidiary, if any transfers and all are there, कुछ भी नहीं लगेगा. Nothing you will have to pay. Smile Limited owns plant A and B. 40% is the rate. Generally, depreciation of plant and machinery is 15%. But computers, windmills, कुछ ना कुछ asset होते हैं जिसपे 40% है. तो ठीक है, यहाँ 40% है. Plant B was purchased and put to use on 10th November. Some dates. We are doing it for this year, no? Please, 1 second, do the correction and the dates. Smile is wholly owned subsidiary and the Smile owns plant A and B from 1st April 2022. Make the block value and it was put to use. Plant B तो पहले से था. ठीक है. Now plant B is transferred from holding to subsidiary. So proportionate depreciation they will share. Even if when asset is transferred by holding to subsidiary at market value, they will continue with the same WDV and there won't be any capital gain. Holding to subsidiary, subsidiary to holding, transfers, there is no capital gain. It is put to use by Happy Limited on the same day. Happy Limited, so plant B is transferred by holding company to the subsidiary on 14th October. It is put to use. And Happy Limited owns plant C on 1st April 22. ठीक है. Already जो दूसरी कंपनी है उसके पास प्लांट सी है जो 40%. फाइंड आउट डेप्रिसिएशन फॉर बोथ. आर यू गेटिंग? The depreciation for both is simple, but here what is happening? One asset is transferred to plant B is transferred for 20,000, but this 20,000 value is of no use. ठीक है? Right. क्योंकि it will be transferred at the WDV for the holding company. या subsidiary to holding, जो मेरे लिए है वो value आपके लिए होगा. I'll give a note for this so that it's clear. 11th problem. When assets are transferred, when assets are transferred from holding company, लिखो हम, from holding company to subsidiary or vice versa, subsidiary to holding company. This transfer of capital asset is exempt. This transfer of the capital asset is exempt. But assets received are not recorded at transfer value they are recorded at book value. अच्छा है, क्लियर है? आई एम से बुक वैल्यू और यू कैन से WDV. जो भी WDV आएगी उसी पे you will record. So let us now calculate the depreciation for each one. Here you don't have to calculate proportionate depreciation for each one. So we'll calculate separately for the SMILE. First, depreciation for SMILE Limited. Plant A and plant B. Okay, plant A and plant B. The value is 3 lakh. Is it easy? Are you all following or not? Depreciation rate is 40% on 1st April 2022. This time you should not do it in column form. Plant B was purchased and put to use long back. Now plant B is transferred. ठीक है, तो purchase तो कुछ नहीं है, but just if you want to know the format you can keep it blank. फिर 3 lakh minus the sales value. Which plant and machinery you transferred? Plant B. कितने में ट्रांसफर किए? 20,000. What is balance? 280. Now depreciation. You all remember on the sale value there is no depreciation, dear students. So on 280, 40% is the depreciation. One lakh 12,000. What is the closing WD? One lakh 68,000. 1,68,000. Now, next, depreciation for Happy Limited, another company. उनके पास कौन कौन सी मशीनरी थी? They had on 1st April 2022 plant C, जिसकी वैल्यू कितनी थी? 60,000. Plus they received plant B. Now here I am writing working note 1. Ma'am, plant B they have given sold for 20. So we will record for 20, no? No. Because this transfer is exempt, the concept here you all need to know is holding to subsidiary, subsidiary to holding, the assets will be transferred at the WD. So isko na alag se ab working note banayenge. I am doing it right side. If you don't have the space, you can do it down. Plant C खरीदा कब था? November 2020. How much you have purchased it for? 70,000. So let us calculate now the depreciation for 20 and 21. 70,000 into 15%. $70,000 into 15% का 50%. 5250. Correct? Arey, why am I taking 15%? Really sorry, this is 40%. 40% है ना? तो 70,000 का 40% is the depreciation और उसका half. Why उसका half? Because it is purchased in November, it is used for less than 180 days. So what is the WDV as on 1st April 2021? 56,000. Now 21 and 22. What is the depreciation? 21 and 22 तो पूरे साल का करेंगे ना? 56,000 into 40%. 22,400. So what is the closing WDV as on 1st April 2022? Closing or opening, whatever you call. 33,600. This value, this is the book value of the asset transferred. Plant C. Look at the screen. आपने plant C you have transferred here at 20,000. But the other company will record it at the book value, that is 33,600. Followed or not? And when did this transfer happen? Date? ये ट्रांसफर कब किए थे? 14/12. 14/12/22. Now can we calculate the depreciation on 60,000? Full year's depreciation 40%. 24,000. and on 33,600 40% का भी 50%. 6720 30,720 is the depreciation. And if you want, you can write down the closing WDV also, though not required, but अगर लिखना है तो. Do check all these problems. I said last 3 problems, there's no concept. I'm just doing calculation. But क्या नया सीखा? Even though I am transferring the asset to my subsidiary at the sale value 20,000, I will record 20,000 because I have transferred at 20. But they will record it only at the WDV, that is 33,600. And they received 33,600 on December 22. किसने बोला? Problem ने बोला. Second last line. They received on December 22. So they will charge the depreciation 40 ka 50% and the original pay 60,000. That's all for this very important topic called business restructuring. 2 minutes before I close, I want to scroll in a different way. आप सबका हो गया लिखना? Shall I close the notebook? Done for all of you? And the next class we are doing from Monday, we are starting with a small topic but very important. 2 days it will be over. Advanced assessment procedure, that is appeals and revisions. So anyone has missed the classes basic, watch the assessment procedure. Scrutiny assessment क्या है, regular क्या है, best judgment क्या है, and then we will do that. ठीक है? Yeah. Please scroll the material right from the beginning, this topic. ये देखो, सबसे पहले आपको क्या पढ़ाया? Amalgamation. Business restructuring. We did amalgamation related problems. That if two companies are merging, until now I was a shareholder of Star. Now I'm a shareholder of Star and Moon. So at what cost I will get, how I will sell, when the capital gain, demerger, splitting, yesterday's class, slum sale we have done. These two you can combine. Proprietorship to company, private company to LLP. If things go fine, no problem. If they are violated, transfer will generally be taxable with the successor. But if the transfer is in 18 and then it is 22, so फिर indexation will come only till 18. Buyback of share is exempt in the hands of shareholders because company is paying the tax. And for liquidation. So these are the 6 different kind of the problems we have done. Like in this, very important is while doing this problem, ये कितने easy problem थे. What is the transaction of amalgamation? What are the conditions satisfied and all. ठीक है, we have done. This problem was very important. 4th one. 3rd one was easy. For demerger, you remember, हाँ, demerger के केस में losses कैसे share होंगे? For the remaining amount that we have done. All expenses are proportionately allowed. Slum sale, you all remember or not? The very first class. Sale consideration minus the net worth, take the cost of the original assets, depreciable assets, the WDV and so on. And this we did today. And then we have the buyback of shares. Last one. Yeah, this problem we have done in the 2nd class related to dividend. Liquidation in the 3rd class. Liquidation mein whatever company gives me, whatever I get for reserves, that will be treated as deemed dividend. Remaining will come as the. See, this is the way to study. Though in depth we have gone and studied one concept. Sometimes just you should pick up your past chapter, just go to add and less format. AMT का 18.5% है, जो भी है ऐसे overall also you should see. This was a very nice problem that if buyback of shares में if you don't pay the tax in 14 days, 15th day से interest शुरू हो जाएगा on the tax amount. Tax is calculated on buyback. And buyback may never, buyback of shares I have purchased at 150. But if I have issued at 110, 100 share I issued at 10 rupees premium, on 40 rupees I have to pay 23.296% tax. That's all for business restructuring. One practical, one theory. Next we are doing appeals and revisions. Then we will take most important, छोटा टॉपिक है लेकिन आता है 5-6 marks problems, equalization levy and all that. Okay, yeah, another 1 week and then I will keep the direct taxation on hold. We will complete indirect taxation, 3 important topics: transfer pricing, non-resident and DTAA. So this is the way it is decided. Any doubts in today's class? No, Monday morning we'll meet then. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, all of you. Prepare well, be more committed for just a matter of 2-3 months. Leave aside everything. You are bigger than your environment. Concentrate. Prepare well for class test. I'm telling you, trust me, it will boost your confidence like anything in the final exam because you have written the test. You know what is the mindset in the final exam. Okay? So prepare well and write. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you. Thank you.